All the CBS hosts will be identified in three, two,
Ew.
one.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to JLJ Media. We are doing not one, not two, but three shows all in one. Beyond the Gates, Young and the Restless. I didn't want to say that. And Bold and the Beautiful. Me and Candice are on a mission today. All right.
You ain't
I
get
have
sick and tired of
angel
us.
energy, so I'm gonna try to be nice. I'm your host, Amanda Russ, and I'm here with my lovely girl who runs the world, Miss Candice Mack.
That's a true statement. I just want to point that out. That is a true statement. No questions, ifs, ands, buts about it. And yes, folks, you're stuck with us for the next couple hours. We ain't gonna be
I'm
that long.
so happy for you guys. I mean, really.
Yeah. I'm happy.
How lucky.
I'm happy that we get to talk about all three of the CBS shows, like
No,
literally
you're
back
not.
to
You
back to back.
lying.
No, because I feel as though we need to get it out there. We needed to get everything out onto the table before I drop this bombshell. So, folks, we have some news, some breaking news.
You dropped
that's
a bomb
coming.
on me.
Well,
baby.
I mean, hopefully.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Look in the world that we're in right now. So we're just gonna pull the Band-Aid off, folks. Next
just
Sunday,
rip it right off, Candice.
Yeah, next Sunday we won't be here. Because James is traveling. So y'all remember the show Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Well, we're gonna have a spinoff of that is Where in the State is James Lott Jr. Okay. Now, here's the thing. The following week, guys, let me make sure I'm done. God's willing, we'll be back to talk about everything regarding all the shows. But stay tuned for some maybe content in between. So stay tuned for that. All right. Just wanted to pull that off. So yes, folks, it is Soap Sunday, a little bit different, as Amanda said. This is the CBS crossover event.
James.
And then, like, why is people calling me? People know I'm doing stuff.
We busy right now.
Right. After this, James and Frank are going to do General Hospital mini spotlight. Now, folks, it's been popping over there. There's some things going on here and there. But there's a certain character this week that some people kind of had some opinions about, which shocked me a little bit. So I guess I can say this. They have a special guest today. They have a very popular guest joining them today. I'm not going to say who it is because you know why? You guys have to tune in. That's how we get ratings. Okay?
Just the ratings.
Just think about what I just said. This character, a lot of people have very strong opinions about.
Okay.
It's somebody that has ties to 3 families on the show. That's 3. Okay. Got to think about the 3. And who earned the nickname Batman. That is the biggest one I can give you. Okay. So stay tuned after this, and then, grab something to eat, and then join Frank and James as they talk to this person on the General Hospital spotlight. Okay. Now,
can I say one thing?
Yeah, you can say 2 things if you want.
This is a side note. I personally think Batman is cool. I'm a nerd, so I'm just telling everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Just hear me out, okay? He doesn't have superpowers, yet he still gets the job done. Like some people that we know.
Depends on which one.
Is one of them.
He's a superhero. Yeah.
He does not have superpowers, but he does super things.
I believe he actually does have superpowers because I never met somebody who does stuff while he has no sleep. He doesn't sleep. That's a superpower.
I know we were texting. We were texting each other, and it was like late, and I said, "Go to bed."
Some people were sleeping. Some people were asleep when they were texting. Because people had to get up.
I looked at the time, and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, some people better be glad I didn't say something. So, had to watch. What? No, but so stay tuned for that. Okay. Now, like I said before, it is a little different. And real quick, you remember the shows like growing up where they will say something about people's birthdays and stuff like that, Amanda, like, today is Amanda's birthday. How do you do? She's two. She's okay. So
yeah,
I'm going to do this right now because there's two people I want to give a birthday shout out to. That's the Lottie's very own Rochelle. Happy birthday, Rochelle. Her birthday was this past week. And also Kenneth Clark. Kenny's birthday was the other day. So happy birthday to you guys and everybody else who has an August birthday. Shout out to you guys. So
happy birthday to you.
Amanda was
all right. We don't have the rights.
Actually, on the day you were born, I'm not even going to do it because I can't do it. Because that's James' OG song. So, but happy birthday, guys. Hopefully, you guys get everything and then some. Well, then again, you already got us. Hey, where are your birthday gifts? There you go. Also, check out our friends over at Edition Days tonight, as they talk about everything about the iconic Daytime Emmy nominated NBC's fourth longest running show on their network that crossed over to Peacock. Yeah, NBC. When y'all do your 100th episode, 100 special, NBC 100 years, you better have Days of Our Lives on this. I kid you not. And all the soaps that was on your network. I'm not even playing anymore. The iconic Days of Our Lives with Edition Days and the crew, as I want to know how they felt about John Oliver. It was John Oliver. You guys know John. He was already on General Hospital. He caused a stir in the muckus. And then this past week, he was over on Days of Our Lives, which was a little different. There was some controversy from the Days fans about this. I think he personally did a good job. So, and by the way, he's my choice to host the Daytime Emmys.
Uh-oh. That's a big deal.
No, because he really did have he's now become the soap opera's internet boyfriend. Because he really loves the genre. And again, like I said, 2026 is the year of the soaps, because you have people outside of us that has been talking about the soap operas and the respect that they truly deserve. So shout out to you, John Oliver. And yes, shout out to all those Edition Days and whatnot. All right. There's one more thing. No, there's two more things because I can tie this all in. So okay. because two of the shows that we're going to talk about has this person in common. So I'm going to do this. Since this is the crossover show, we're going to talk about all of it. Okay, so follow our lead, Beyond Bold Young. Okay. Some of you guys know that Jamie Giddens is one of the co-head writers of Young and the Restless. That him and Dan O'Connor are both, the new head writers of the show. We here at JLJ Media want y'all to know this because I saw it on social media, and I'm going to repeat myself a couple of times until this actually takes over. Folks, the stuff you saw in Young and the Restless is not Jamie and Dan's material yet. It's going to take a while for their material to air. Meaning you're seeing stuff that Josh and them, that it was already greenlit, wrote, all that jazz, okay? Jamie and Dan's stuff is not happening until late September, early October for the new CBS fall season premiere. Let me repeat that. Jamie and Dan's stuff is going to be a couple of weeks from today towards October for the new fall premiere of CBS shows, okay? So I just wanted to say that because I think some people got confused that when Jamie and Dan said, oh, we're starting this. No, what they mean is they're going to work. They're going to take a look at what they can save and try to improve and make it better. Okay, so I want to put that out there. Okay. Also, folks, come this November, we're going to see history, and we're going to see history happen. And this is one of those times where you do have to get pumped. You do have to get excited because again, knowing where this person came from to where they're at now, it just makes you just really excited. Jamie Guinness will be making history because currently his material is on Beyond the Gates. Okay. Again, I said he's going to be the co-head writer of Young and the Restless. Starting in October, his material. Right. And he also did stuff for Days of Our Lives. That's going to air this winter as well. That's 3 out of 5 soaps. Let me say that again. This winter, Jamie Guinness will have material on 3 soaps. 3? 3.
Out of 5. Wow.
Out of 5. Because he doesn't have anything on Bold. He doesn't have anything on General Hospital. Now, folks, I know what you're going to say. Technically, it's 4 because of All My Children. But All My Children is a movie. We do not have an air date for that just yet. But we're going to see history happen, folks. So, round of applause. Round of applause. That means that anything, if you know James, you know that James always say this, is that if you want things to happen, put it out there. Work hard for it.
There you go.
There you go, folks. All right. And also check
out. You know what, Candice? You know what? Pledge to make a difference. Okay. Thank you. All right.
And also, real quick, check out the Daytime Emmy special interviews with James and his cousin, Christian LeBlanc. And the one, the only, never duplicated. You know him from shows like Rat Patrol, Mary Tyler Moore Show, Rawhide, and all that. Eric Braeden. And Voices Today, Voices of Daytime with Tammy Dacavea, who, by the way, Tammy, get well soon. And Julie Dove and Patricia Dabo. She had a great interview with Patricia and Julie about their new, they have a play. So check everything out on JLJ Media. Damn it. Okay, I think I stalled enough. Y'all know why I stalled, because there's one particular show I don't really want to talk about, and thankfully Amanda's gonna be doing that part. But we're gonna take turns. So let's just talk about Beyond the Gate first.
Yep. Okay.
So go ahead.
We were drinking.
Yeah. That's it. That's the whole thing. We were drinking. That's it. We were drinking.
Yeah.
That's how we got in.
We happened to be at the right place at the right time drinking. And we just got right in. Just slide right in there.
Yeah. Then. No, seriously. I mean, I think we all was drinking this week regarding all 3 shows. It wasn't just Steffi and Carter drinking. It was all of us, especially when we get to the DC. But I want to start out with and by the way, hey, everybody in the chat room, you get us, and also audio listeners, thank you so much for making us a huge hit. Okay. The summer is winding down. Winding down. People are going back to school. People are, getting their back to school shopping in and stuff like that. But, every time I think about the end of the summer, I think about Greece. Summer loving, having a blast, I met a boy, Tristan.
Happened so fast.
This leads to, it happened so fast. Like, I thought about Terrell and Jessica this week. Terrell's not taking this really good, this whole breakup.
Oh no, he got his little heart broke.
I mean, last week we talked about his emotional trauma of just holding on to somebody. And because he had this whole plan out. I mean, he really had the plan of Friday to Sunday flying out to California, seeing his boo. Everything was going to be hunky-dory. And Jessica was like, no. So this week,
no.
Right. So Martin and Smitty, they planned a graduation party, because Terrell needed something positive. Like, he's been up in his room playing some old school 90s R&B breakup songs. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about. And he's like been going through it. Like, he's not really interested in anything except for Jessica. So this prompted Martin and Smitty to, reminisce. You know how parents do when they reminisce about the good old days. They was like, when I was your age, I had a breakup with such and such, la da da, and reminded Terrell that college is a fresh start, pretty much. And they said that, they do. I would say this: everybody does this when somebody breaks up. Now you know that chapter in your life is closed, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to find somebody else that's good for you. You see what I'm saying? And they tried to make Terrell feel better, and that didn't work. So then you got Samantha.
That's not how you make someone with a heartache feel better. He needs some TLC and some ice cream and some.
Girl, the ice cream. Get me a pepperoni pizza. Get me a shrimp basket. Y'all knows I'm putting this out there, right? By the way, super chat's so welcome.
Oh, I love seafood.
Right, like you need comfort food and everything. And yeah, Jason, you're right, because that's what I said too. Is that this was Terrell's first love, and he didn't think, because you gotta remember how Jessica and him hooked up. He was getting teased, he was getting bullied, and she was the popular girl. She was like, "Yeah, I'm so popular. Why would she be with somebody like me?" That's what he kept thinking. And then when it was like, oh, this is a serious relationship, that wasn't. Now I always say this: was it serious to Jessica as it was to Terrell? Probably not. Probably not. And that's fine. That's okay. But Terrell is hurt. And so you guys, Samantha, you've come a long way from being the girl that I put upstairs when I said you were acting too fresh with that boy. But she sees Jessica, and she feels bad because she wanted Jessica to do it first, to break up with Terrell to save everything. But now she realized maybe that wasn't the best thing. But she tells, that her brother is hurting, right? So then she tells Jessica, if she truly wants the relationship to be over with, she needs to stop liking all of Terrell's posts on social media, watching his stories, because those little interactions, it's keeping him emotionally attached.
Oh yeah. Whenever you have feelings for someone, you have to do that. Otherwise, you're going to torture yourself, which is exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. Because the thing is that, okay, and look, some of us are guilty. If you don't want to admit it, hey, that's fine. Don't. But we all do it. I don't care what anybody tells me. Everybody does it. You go on the ex's page on social media, if you have access to it, and you check out their stuff just to see if they really are doing better without you, or sizing up whoever they're with and everything, and doing all that craziness. But it's not good for you if again, you really like.
It's not good for you to do that.
It's not good for you at all. That's why I tell people all the time. I'm like, okay, and I'm shaking my head because it literally just happened. Where again, y'all break up. That means y'all social media permission is over with. Sorry. I'm sorry to tell you that. Yeah, y'all was friends. Y'all was cool on social media, like such and such and everything. You can like my picture. But once you break up, you made that decision. Guess what? You are deleted, blocked, gone. Because we're moving on. But Samantha had said to Jessica, hey, this is a clean break for you. So Jessica was like, you're right. It's probably for the best that I leave. And she goes to college. Now, folks, chat room, question of the day for y'all.
Okay.
Was Jessica right to end things before college? Or did Samantha push her to a decision she may have regretted?
I'm not sure on that one. I feel like, did she, am I going crazy, or did she not try to break up with him before too?
She was playing both sides.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like
Brumman said all the above. All the above for that answer.
Yeah, because I feel like you shouldn't get involved, but you're only trying to help. I don't know.
I see, but this is how I see it. Jessica, let me talk to you and Terrell for a second. Y'all know that I'm the big sister. I'm the long lost Dupree. I think that both of you guys should have had this conversation before it got too deep. Because the reality is that Jessica was going to already go to California. That's, whatnot. And I feel as though you can have a summer fling. You can have the summer, stuff like that. But in reality, she's not going to be. You guys are going to be separated. But I say this all the time: sex changes everything.
Yeah,
sex changes everything, and
it definitely can cloud your judgment.
Right, because after that, it was like, okay, Terrell is like, okay, we're in together, Terrell's like, let's give it a try, let's see how it is, because she was kind of like leaning towards the whole breakup, but again, Terrell was like, baby, please, let's try this, and she stayed. Just Samantha, you just said what I just was saying too, is that at the end of the day, Jessica was going to do what she was going to do. Now, do I think Samantha pushed
I
a little
agree
bit?
With that.
I believe Samantha did. Here's the thing: Samantha was looking out for her brother, but it's one of those things is where you put yourself into a position of telling somebody what they should do versus them doing it on their own versus, okay, now that I did this, I have to live with the consequence. Samantha, your consequence is that your brother is hurting right now. I get where Samantha was coming from. I really do. But I think it took a curve. It curved. I think Jessica did what she had to do, but at the end, both of what Samantha and Jessica did, it resulted in the same way. Terrell's hurt.
Yeah. Period.
He doesn't even want the party. Now I'll go to the party so I can get the cake. But he's like, he just doesn't.
Yeah, who wants to go party when their heart's broke and they can't even drink?
Right. Yeah, I'm like, now again, like I said, I'm concerned about him. I am concerned about him because knowing that this is technically the second person in his life, female wise, this is where mommy issues come into play. This is where a lot of the trauma of like, okay, I wasn't good enough for her to stay. So what's wrong with me? Like, I'm wondering if the show is going to do that. It's going to flip it where he starts to question, what did he do wrong?
Right.
And how can he? I'm just worried about him. I'm really worried about him, you guys. So,
yeah, he's not taking it too good.
No, he's not. And that poor baby,
but, I mean, it's your first love.
Right.
My first love was a disaster. Okay. One day, me and Candice are going to interview each other. Yeah. My first love was an absolute disaster. So
I'm just going to tell everybody right now. I'm going to just tell everybody right now. Some of you guys already know it. And some of y'all was like, I was 6 years old when I had my first kiss and first boyfriend. and you want to know how old the boy was? Amanda, how old do you think he was?
5.
Aw. Add 5 more.
10?
He was 10. He was 10. Yup.
Robbing the cradle.
And believe it or not, I'm still friends with that person to this day.
That's funny.
That's so funny. Like, we're not like, and there's no romance, but it's just funny that was my first kiss. So there you go. The little things you'd like to know about Candice. Find out more when me and Amanda interview each other. Okay.
My first kiss. I was I want to say 13. I was 13.
Oh.
And I just started at a new school. And this guy asked me out. You know how you are when you're all shy and stuff, and then you have
No.
someone else. The guy had someone else come ask me. You know how kids are.
No.
Stupid.
I
Ridiculous.
my crew that I grew up with, like, I joke all the time saying if the WB really wanted to do like a real team show, like, no offense to Dawson and Felicity, but it would have been my high school. Like, literally, like, it was, if you want, like, every time you turn around, there was like, this person was dating this person, but secretly wanted to be with this person. So they waited till this. Oh, it was, you know what? I might actually do a show about that. I don't know. All right. So,
All right.
Kai, Nicole, Carlton. Carlton,
We
Kai,
talked a lot
Nicole.
about that last week. I think we all agreed that we are happy with her choice, right? Am I still right? Or did everyone change their mind?
We do, but okay. I'm gonna hurt. Okay, I'm not gonna hurt her. Daphne put out, it's like, she does videos, and it was her and Greg Vaughn, right? And I posted under that, I said, I hope he does not hurt her, because now they're stable. They're a stable couple. Okay. And so after the big thing, which we're going to talk about, it interrupted their their sex time. Okay. How dare y'all have, so, Nicole had received all these updates, and then Nicole tells Anita that Kai and her are exclusive, while Carlton and her have settled into a friendship. Okay. So Anita is supportive, because mamas are supportive of their children, and says, anybody who puts a smile on my baby's face is good for me. But then there's a charity basketball game that Martin is going to be hosting for the DMV.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Ready for this? On the team, it's going to be Ted, Carlton, and Kai.
Oh my gosh. What a team.
And Danny, who we're going to get to later, she is having a field day. She thinks it's funny.
Oh, it is funny.
She said,
what
are the odds that all three of the guys you technically slept with are going to be on the same team? Just saying, it's funny.
It is. It is funny.
So the question is,
we make our own self laugh. We can't help it. Okay, what's the question?
The question is do you guys believe that Nicole and Kai stably, they're finally stable, or do you think having Carlton, because all of them work at the hospital, so you got Carlton and Ted. Keep in mind that Ted and Nicole have history. Carlton is still Team Nicole, and they're still friends. And you get
Is he though? We're gonna go and remember what we said last week. We're gonna go into his house, and it's gonna be like pictures of her everywhere.
I did forget that, Samantha. You're right. I forgot that part, because when Danny said that, she said, "All you need is your college boyfriend as well." So wait a minute, let me read the comments, because y'all cracking me up. Okay, Latasha said regarding Justin and Terrell, she's split 50-50. Jeremy says, I don't think Kyle and Carlton are going to be long-term men for Nicole. I think she's going to come to the realization she's still in love with Ted, and they're not right for her. Latasha says that she wouldn't be caught nowhere near that game. I would be in the locker room too, just to be eavesdropping, like. And he made his intentions clear. He's like, I'm always going to be here for you and stuff like that. But this is okay. I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all going to be really, after this week, with Beyond the Gates. I think we said this last week of who we think Carlton should probably hook up with. But when we get towards the end of Beyond the Gates talk, I have another couple that I now think might hook up.
Uh-oh.
And some of y'all gonna be really mad at me for it.
Am I?
And I'm gonna apologize in advance. But with Carlton, I think everybody knows who could be his new boo. Amanda, you should know. Come on now.
Are you trying to make...
Okay, chat room. Who do you guys think Carlton should hook up with?
You know who I really think he should have hooked up with? To be honest.
Yeah, who do you think?
She's already with Ted now. So that would be complicated.
You want your niece?
Yeah, because she has a lot of spice, and Carlton is very
spiceless.
He's very bland in a way. Please don't take that wrong.
I know what you meant. I know what you meant. I mean,
personality-wise, he's a little bland. So they would make, I feel like opposites sometimes make a good couple.
I just want to point out April said the person's name. Take a look at the chat.
Sorry, we don't have the rights. Who said it?
April said it. April said the name.
What?
Yeah, that's who I think too. That's who exactly I think.
For revenge? Or you mean just it's gonna organically happen?
Organically. And
I don't know if he can handle her.
I think he can, because the fact that Ted, it goes back to that conversation, which I think was desperately needed for Ted to say that to Leslie. And the thing is, Leslie wants certain traits that Ted has. Well, again, folks, let it be known that Carlton has those traits. I can see them, because when I tell you who else I have on my, I'm wondering if they will they go there. I do believe that somebody like a Carlton and a Leslie could hook up, and it could benefit them. I don't think, here's the thing. I see why everybody's saying that, to make Ted jealous. But here's the thing. We've already did that with Nicole. Remember the history, folks. It was Nicole Carlton. Ted got in there, took Nicole away, and Carlton was crying. So for 30 years, this man was like pining with, I don't know if he was married or not, but he was waiting for that opportunity. Carlton is a reverse Leslie. I'm just saying. Minus the drama. Because he's too all in. Like, you can't just turn off feelings like that and say, okay, I'm back to being Team Nicole. I'm da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, I know. It's very difficult.
It's hard. Especially when y'all all work together.
Go back to when you really like the person, right? You really like the person.
We're friends now.
And you have feelings, and then all of a sudden, oh, by the way, we're just friends now. Right. And you're like, okay, where am I supposed to put those feelings at? What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Like, that's, yeah.
So, all right. So, yeah, Latasha, we're going to talk about them right now. Eva, Isaiah. Okay. Because I'm getting a little irritated with some people on social media regarding the storyline. Because I don't think people understand this. So, Eva's still having trouble with the scar. Like, emotionally, she is struggling the way she sees herself versus how she saw herself before the surgery, okay? Let the record show. Anybody who's had cosmetic surgery, everybody does it. Even if you fall and whatnot. Case in point, somebody asked me earlier, how's my thumb doing? Y'all notice I don't have my brace on, right? Can y'all see? Can y'all still see? It's crooked still.
Are you sure you're not supposed to be wearing that brace still?
I
Are we
actually am
positive
okay to
on
not.
that? Did the doctor
Yeah.
say that?
Yes. And
Or
the
did Dr.
doctor
Candice
said,
say that? Did Dr.
the doctor
Candice
said,
say that?
if
Or
I
did
was a
the real
doctor,
doc?
trust me, the real doctor said it. The
All
doctor
right.
said, no more
She doesn't
monkeys
like to
jumping on the
listen,
bed.
just so y'all
I
know.
really don't. I really don't.
She
So
doesn't.
her insecurities was causing tension between them. Okay. And
Wait, between who?
um
I got confused now.
Eva and Isaiah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Right.
Oh my God, those two are so cute though.
They are cute together, and I'm rooting for them.
Me
Yes,
too.
folks, y'all heard that right. I'm rooting for them.
I am,
You know,
actually.
I did a side eye with that because I feel as though somebody's gonna mess this up. But anyway,
I
so
want her, Eva,
mhm.
to be as far away from Tomas as humanly possible.
Oh, I think
Even
everybody wants to be
even
far away from
if
Tomas.
even if Tomas was single, I don't want Eva anywhere near him because of what he did. He used her
I want
feelings.
I,
He
I
knew
want
she had
Tomas.
feelings, so he used them to his advantage. I don't want Eva anywhere near Tomas.
I want Tomas on the cliff
Okay, don't get
so I
carried
can push him.
away.
So I can
Okay.
push him. No, seriously, I'm not joking. Tomas cliff. Like, oopsie, my bad. So, but this scar is really causing a lot of friction between them. And she admitted something that I think some of us kind of put two and two together, is that the scar is tied to deeper abandonment issues.
Okay.
This show gets you thinking, right? And he reassures her and encourages her, move forward slowly, then forcing yourself to be okay. I had to stop myself because I was like, damn, he made a point that I don't think Eva even heard. And most of us haven't even thought about. We got to think about from the time we've met Eva until now. This girl has been just a go. We've never really saw her sit down except for that maybe one time when Leslie kicked her out. That she had to face all of this reality of
True.
everything that she's done. Like, she has not had that moment of, like, she hasn't slowed down to think about everything that's happened.
True.
And yeah, a scar is a reminder, which is true. I always look, like, again, if you were a kid of the 80s, 90s, darn good and well you got a scar on your knee from playing rough or whatnot. That scar, that's a reminder that you had a good childhood.
Yeah.
That you had some fun times. But then there's those deep scars that never heals from, like, trauma.
Yeah.
And when people say it's just a scar, no, it's not. It's more than that. So I want to address certain people right now on social media for saying this is a dumb storyline. Oh, this is about looks. No, it goes deeper than that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It
Yeah,
goes
that's why
way deeper than
it
that,
goes
guys.
way deeper, because again, when things happen to you in life, you're never going to be the same again. That's called a deep scar inside, not just on your body, but inside. But the way Eva's looking at it, it's like, again, there's something that's disfigured that's going to push somebody away. Keep in mind, she's never had, except for her mother, everybody's either A, been away from her for some reason, or she thinks that it might have been her.
True.
Those are some issues that like, are always going to be there. And after they had sex, he did. Oh my gosh, I love this. He checked in on her, because yeah, it's one thing to, like, blah, 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 blah. But like he said, are you present with me, or you right now you trapped inside your head replaying how I'm thinking you look when I see you naked? Real talk.
No comment.
Real talk.
She probably within her head, she's like, no comment.
Right. Because the thing is that she was quiet for a minute. And then she said she was struggling, but she said she allowed herself to let go. And she said, thank you for loving me, though. And Mama came through. Yes, Mama Halston came through and said, I get it, but that's your woman.
Yeah.
And
you know what? It is. I think maybe you just can't understand if you haven't been through it. But I understand where Eva's coming from because my mom went through, like I told you guys, liver transplant, but she had lots of complications. And there was a particular surgery. She had to get a colonoscopy bag. I think that's how you say it. Colostomy bag. And she refused to look at it. She refused to look at it. She refused to change it. She refused to acknowledge that it even existed on her body. Me and my sister had to do all of that because my mom would not. It was like she was in denial that it was even there. It was difficult. So I can see where Eva's coming from. That was like my mom's straw, right? Like I have this and this and this and now this. So yeah, it's emotional.
It's not just emotional, it's psychological.
Yes.
Like your brain, like the fact that he said that, because I said the same thing too. I said, while they're making love, she's stuck in this spot where she's already envision how he's looking at her versus how he used to look.
Right.
And everything. So you do have those people who will do that. And yes, with Kat's name coming up, this is the best way I can do this. Believe it or not, Eva does have insecurities. I know we never thought she would, but
everyone does though.
Everybody has insecurities. So the thing is that right now with Kat's a Barbie doll. Let's think about how I said that. Is that Kat is a Barbie doll. Legit. Barbie dolls have no scars. And if they do, you can go take them to, and everything. They're fine. She's not dealing with this. Kat is just like, but Eva is like, okay, I'm healthy. How come I'm still not healed yet? I'm trying to rush because Eva has always been that person. And I'm sort of like this too, where when something heavy hits you, you keep going, you keep moving. You don't think. But then when it's like a block and you can't get your way around it, it hits you hard.
Yeah.
Because you start to think, okay, so is this how people view me? Is this what it's going to be like? So I'm going to say this. This is still one of my favorite storylines. I think it's organic, it's real, it's rooted in reality. So yeah, shout out to everybody that's in the storyline. All right. Yeah.
Good job, guys.
All right. I'm tying all this together. This is the big ball of fire. Everybody take a deep breath. I don't want to say we told you so. I don't want to say that
she does.
That we try to warn you. So this week we had some moments, and it first part evolved around Heather. Okay.
Oh my God, she's so gorgeous. I can't handle it.
Yep. Like seriously, Ashley Jones, you already know you can come over to us anytime. So just anytime you want to come on the show, you can. So you got Heather just she cracks me up. She cracks me up to the point where Joey is a little uncomfortable with her befriending Vanessa.
She's so sneaky.
That's the understatement it is. So the thing is that Vanessa and Heather was drinking.
Or so Vanessa thought.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So the thing is that she was getting wasted, what is it? What's the saying? Loose lips and all that stuff when you get
Loose
drunk
lips
and
sink ships.
sink ships. So Vanessa was like, and everything else like that. And girlfriend could barely stand. Okay. And Joey was a little concerned about that. And Vanessa, was talking, and Joey warned Vanessa, that Heather always has an agenda. But Vanessa was like, no, she don't got no agenda. We're just talking. Your sister's funny. And we learned more about Joey and Heather, and she has a reputation. We all know that. And Joey thinks that she will go to the greater bound. So while Vanessa was drunk, we found out, like you said, through flashbacks, Heather didn't get drunk. She did one of these moves. Had a bucket. Oh, had a bucket.
She was just drinking water.
That was the crazy part. So meanwhile, y'all know last week Bill fell down.
Oh my God in heaven.
Fell down. Okay, Catherine Chancellor. Okay. Okay, baby girl. I saw you. I heard that, my dear God in heaven, right? Okay.
Well, he had a cardiac arrest, people.
Yep.
That is not, and no one is going, wait a minute. You don't just, wait, it wasn't a heart attack. It was a cardiac arrest. You just normally don't just have those without something triggering.
But remember I said, so for everybody who was, and I think we kind of was getting to that, but then all of a sudden I said, well, wait a minute. I need to see all the stuff that he's been drinking, been given, like all the drugs and everything. It had to have some kind of consequence, right? At first, I thought it was him not going to be performing, that he was going to shoot blanks, bam, 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 right? But when he started passing, I said, oh, his brain. I was thinking it was something going to be like regarding his brain, but I forget the heart is a muscle. So whatever you have like inserted and everything. So I was like, oh crap. I was like, when they said his heart stopped, I was like, okay, complications, right? So you have it where everybody's, talking and whatnot. So he has to have a peacemaker. So Caroline has saved his life by performing CPR, which, by the way, let me do this right now. PSA announcement. If you or your friends would like to do first aid and CPR, head over to AmericanRedCross.org for more information on how you can do online training. Because, folks, yes, it's back to school season. Yes, folks, if you're a teacher, you're supposed to have this. If you're a nanny, a babysitter, a child care provider, or adult provider, you need to know this, because guess what? They changed something. They changed something in the game. If you want to find out, you better get your CPR first aid. There you go, folks. All right. So everybody's at the hospital. Danny, the Duprees, everybody's there except for Andre. Okay. So it got heated. It got heated real fast. Between Haley and Danny. It got, soon as Danny came off the elevator, gave that purse, she was like, let's get out of my face. So,
and she said, oh my gosh, she said she is always going to be there for her husband. No, I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yep.
That's not your husband anymore. Just in case you forgot. Okay, you married someone else. Told you not to do it. Did anyway. Ma'am.
Here's the thing. So when Danny said that, like, everybody was there. Naomi, Kat, everybody.
Everyone was shocked. Everybody
was shocked. And Anita called her Danielle. Now, when Anita calls Danny Danielle, it's like, oh, crap. But I'm going to defend something that Danny did. Because some people was like, okay, why did she do it? I always go to this. you got to understand where Danny is coming from when she said that, because she's never gotten really over Bill.
Right.
She hasn't, even though Bill did her dirty, because y'all know where I stand at. She still loves him. For some reason, she still loves this man. And I keep saying is that, yes, Bill cheated on her 3 times. Haley was the worst. But people got to remember, Danny is a public figure. She's part of the Dupree family. So everybody looks at the Duprees like the Kennedys. They're perfect. Okay? So she didn't want the dirt to be out even already, because remember, Bill cheated 2 times outside of the home. Haley was the first one inside the home.
Oh, because lovely. I didn't even think of
that.
Right. That's lovely.
So that's what made me say, wait a minute. So what did Danny do? Because Danny probably was cheating too with a young thing while she was modeling. But the thing is that Danny was embarrassed that she gave all of her time to this man and he did that. But again, history, it doesn't go away. So the fact that she said what she said, that was that was buried deep down, is that she still feels as though that is still her husband by default, but not by choice, if that makes sense.
Right.
So when she said it, and I'm like, oh crap. And I think she took a moment where she realized, what did I just say and do? Now, like I said, and the thing was, if Andre came in off that elevator, that would have been it.
Mm-hmm.
But we find out that Danny confessed it. She's in love with both of them.
Right.
She's in love with both of them. So then she said to Vanessa that when they were in the elevator, this would cause all the feelings to happen. The fact that he almost died, that caused a stirring too of, this was my man. We still got something. We still got it. Meanwhile, Haley, for the public viewing, she has to be the wife that's like, oh Jesus, oh no, oh no. And so
with that sandwich, good Lord.
Right. Actually, I was
let that man have a sandwich.
Right. But see, Randy and her, they're still communicating. And so Haley called Randy from the stairwell, and Randy believes that she may have screwed up whatever plane they had in motion, because she was like, I could be a widow by the end of the day. And everything, because she had to play the part. She had to play the part though. So now she got to be the grieving widow. Well,
Lord have mercy, he ain't even dead yet, but yeah, she's already planning all this out.
So it's like she got everything, and then Kat outright accused Haley of keeping Bill sick. Catherine is going to be a cop, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm getting y'all prepared for it. She's going to be working for the police force or investigation group, like something, because she's putting everything together, right? So the repeated medical emergencies are beginning to raise, like everybody's kind of wondering, like, okay, Bill's been in the hospital more times this year than anything else in between. So Joey tells Bill,
that's what is so funny to me. She's like the worst criminal ever, Candice. Like everything she's doing is so like, stop, because they're gonna figure this out.
Well, she's trying not to leave too many prints. I want to say she's smart, but she's not smart because, and I think some of you guys are already saying it, is like with Randy, and we know Randy wants to kind of get out of this. Like he's not saying he you can tell he wants to, but this is his cousin.
This is his cousin. Boo.
It's too deep now. It's too deep. And because he knows that if she goes down, he goes down, and vice versa. But again, like I said, Haley will snitch on you, Randy. So just give you a heads up on this, because then you got Bill. Bill was telling, Joey was telling Bill the number of times he's been in there, and then he was like, Bill was like, well, they told me there's only one thing. And Joey was like, you might want to get a second opinion.
Thank you. I was like, hello, Joey is the voice of reason, people. Joey. I was thinking like, dude, we need to go beyond Madison, okay? We're going to need some specialists or something, all right?
Because the thing is, like, even Chelsea was like, yeah, every time you leave the hospital, something always happens to you. And nobody's been pinpointing whether it is Madison.
I can't believe he hasn't figured out that every time she gives him a drink, he feels kind of sick.
Well, here's the thing. He knows something isn't right with him. He knows that. But I don't think he's putting, I think it's going to take him, I'm going to be honest. If something happened to the peacemaker, he's going to figure it out. He's going to figure it out. But
watch him try to pin it on Tomas. Try to make Tomas look guilty. Like he was trying to take him out.
Well, here's the thing. So you got it where, again, I'm putting all this because this is the big umbrella storyline. So while Bill's in the hospital and everything, we got to figure what's going on at the firm. So you know that Naomi and Tomas, they're like back and forth with this power surge and everything. And so Tomas becomes a little defensive about running things while Bill is, unable to perform. So Naomi arrives at Bill's and says, oh, Tomas is like, oh, so you're taking over, you're taking control of the situation. And then again, Naomi does this. Whose last name is on the door? That's my last name that's on the door. Like, I have every right to be here. So they calm down a little bit. Tomas admits, Bill is more than just his boss. Pretty much Tomas looks at Bill the same way Bill looked at Vernon, like a father figure, a mentor, wants to do better in life and stuff like that. And Tomas,
you know what? This is this is a big part of this is Bill. Like, he should have this sewn up already. Like, if something happens to me, this person is in charge, or it does this, or this happens, because Naomi doesn't actually work there. She wanted to do her own thing, right? She doesn't actually work for him. So
she does, but she also has her independent thing that she was going to do. But the thing is that, and see, this is where it's very important to have all this in order for whoever takes over, because even though like Danny is actually in control of the situation, she is the POA. So she can make decisions and whatnot. That's irking Haley a little bit, even though Haley's the wife. And this is why it's important, folks, when you have stuff going on, it is important to have your early will, which is like as of right now, okay?
Yeah.
You can get everything in order. Right. Like get everything in order, because I can tell you right now, and I've already notified everybody what their placement is for when if I get sick, I go into a coma, or when the good soap lord takes me. Everybody knows their place.
Candice, you never know when Leslie might run you off the road with her motorcycle. So.
Exactly.
You never know, guys.
I got something to throw at her. I'm like this. Bam! And I'll be running.
You never know, guys.
You never know. So you have it where Tomas, is talking about if something happens to Bill, it's going to affect his position. And he asks Naomi, can we start over again? Ain't that sweet? Ain't that nice?
So sweet.
So Naomi talks to Caroline. By the way, Caroline's dress, girl, that blue dress, I love that dress.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I need to know where to get it at. Shout out to Ellie Wayne on that one. So, Caroline gives a little harsh, reality about Tomas. And she says she doesn't trust him because of the way he treats the assistants.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like and flirty or like mean?
No, he like pretty much thinks that he's above them.
Oh, okay.
Right. So she said that Bill appears somewhat blind to Tomas's flaws because Tomas has become exactly like the son that Bill never had.
Okay. That makes sense.
Bingo.
That is, yeah.
So then it's like, okay, Naomi's like, okay, if
She's
Caroline
smart.
is saying this, right? So if Caroline is saying this, Naomi is like, getting interested in this law firm, and she feels as though, especially since Caroline knows that Bill's daughter previously showed little interest in the company because, again, she wanted to do her own thing, but now,
she's starting to change her mind.
She wants to, right, and this is awkward because of Kat. So we got that going on. Now, again, with Haley, okay? Haley is, she feels as though like everything is closing in on her.
Because it is?
It is.
Because she took too long?
She's trying to figure it all out, you guys. She is really trying to figure it all out. But at the same time,
good Lord. You know what, Candice? We could have hired a hitman and then killed the hitman ourselves. And then there's no proof, no evidence.
See, y'all want to hire somebody. I'm just doing it myself. I don't care.
I don't want my DNA
you know there. Because you know why? You know why? Because I'll be like, I didn't do it. It was my twin sister.
It wasn't me.
Okay, Shaggy.
I posted that today.
So
did you stop, you guys? It was hilarious. Yeah. Go on our socials.
So you got Randy, he's in too deep. You got Haley, who's realizing, oh crap, I gotta pretend to be the sorrow wife. Bill got a peacemaker. Danny's in love with both of the men. But again,
I mean, who can blame her? I mean,
right? 6'7". But then we kept saying, where's Andre at? Didn't you guys say that too? Y'all was wondering where he was at. So, Lord.
Yeah. He was making his own little detour, wasn't he?
Well, that's what I'm about to get there. So he went somewhere
and we were
following him.
Everyone,
let me get to it.
Candice was
right.
Let
me get to it. This is the best part. So Andre went somewhere. I'm thinking he was downstairs at the hospital, until I looked at the walling. And, he talked to Bill. By the way, he talked to Bill too. He talked to Bill. Oh, y'all see, they go to see Bill. And he kind of put it out there too. He's cool with Danny's support. Like, here's the thing. Andre is cool. But he's like everybody is saying, are we sure Bill isn't trying to, get back into Danny's good graces because of everything? And vice versa. Is Danny allowing Bill to do it?
Yes.
I know, right?
All you have to do is say elevator. The elevator tells you everything you need to know. She did not even stop and think about Andre, if he was hurt, where he was at all. She talked about her daughters, and then she hooked up with Bill.
Mm-hmm. But then you got Andre.
And then at the end, when it was over, then she was, oh my God, where's Andre? You didn't care 5 minutes ago.
Well, here's the thing. Remember, they were on the phone. She's lying about where she was doing, and he's lying where he was doing. Because then when we find out, to me, it's like, all right, so while Andre is dealing with Danny and Bill, he receives a message from somebody says soon. Then turn around. Then he goes, looks, and he says, gotcha. So then he's like, okay, he contacts his friend Henry. We don't know who Henry is, but hey, Henry, how you doing? So then he was like, whether a mutual friend from their past came back to town. So Andre said, their shared headache isn't where they expected, and want Andre to watch his back. Now, who's this person? Well, you don't know, but apparently you got to watch your back. So then all of a sudden he receives some information, some instructions to go to the Bowman. And so again, Danny calls while he's on his way, and then he enters this dark hotel room. Okay. So then he's looking around. He looks like he's nervous. We don't know what's going on here. And then all of a sudden the lights come on, and guess who was there? Heather.
You were right. You were right. Candice was right. What a lucky dude. Wow.
Okay. I'm going to address something that, well, real quick, Jason said, why is Naomi still holding on to the fake miscarriage when everyone's looking for dirt on Haley?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I've said that like 20 million times. Thank you.
I feel as though that has to do something deeper than that, because again, you do not play with a child like that. Even you fake a mess, you gotta remember Naomi's situation. And she did tell Chelsea Cat about the miscarriage. She told about that. I'm telling y'all, mark my word, Cat is going to be a cop or something like that.
I was gonna say they should have made her a detective.
I feel
She
as though she's
detects better
going to
than
be.
everyone else.
I feel as though she is. I feel as though, like, because I do feel as though like Chelsea Cat is kind of having their problems right now, and so I'm just like, alrighty, Cat is just too freaking smart. So shout out to you. You know, Kobe, come on the show.
We
So let
love
me just
you.
say this. I feel as though we've been saying from jump, Andre has a secret.
Mm-hmm.
And finally
double.
the L&D bulbs finally went off. I know some of you guys on social media do not like this, because I saw you guys posted saying Heather is getting too much story when this show is supposed to be about the Duprees. Okay.
Oh my gosh. If you give people stuff, they complain. If you don't give them stuff, they complain.
I get why they're saying it, because, and I'm just, we put everything out on the table. Everybody feels as though, like, again, and when I say everybody, I'm going to talk to the new soap viewers. Like, I know Beyond the Gates, to many, is their first real soap opera. Versus us. We've been watching soaps for so long. We know how this goes. But it's the way that the show was presented as a Black family in power and wealth. Right now, currently, I don't really see that. I mean, I still see my Duprees being messy, but you have a character like Heather, who is now connected to 4 storylines. 4. And they feel as though that's not, it should be the opposite. Now you got Andre, who everybody was like, oh, he's so squeaky clean now. Now this caused a wrench into the
Who said that?
Thing is, well, there's some people who think that because again, look at who Danny has. Like,
guys, he literally said out of his mouth, I'm a player. I was a player. That's why I didn't want to date Ashley at first.
But they're looking at the fact of Danny's options. Somebody that cheated on her 3 times. The last one is her daughter's best friend, versus Andre, who was a hookup and then was there for her through the traumatic times. So it's sort of like you had a clean guy versus a dirty guy, but that clean guy now has dirt on him. So now it's like, okay, and knowing who Heather is and how she, like, it's like now, like, the optics has changed a little bit. And I think the show needed to do this because for a very long time, we said we wanted to see how Bill and Danny was as like together. Because remember, when we first met them, we was just dropped in. We just dropped in. So with the flashbacks and seeing them like co-parent and them being together, and then having Danny kind of go back and forth, her craziness, have Bill kind of start waking up from what Haley was doing. Now you're telling the stuff that should have been done a year ago, but I'm fine with how it's happening now, because now we've had time, we've grown. Danny
That's
now
what I was
loves
gonna
2
say.
men.
If you're new to soaps, what they're doing now is that they're now letting you learn about Joey. But we didn't know hardly anything about Joey this whole time, except he's a gangster,
Right.
this and that. Right now,
Right.
they're telling you the story of Joey. This is how soaps work. Like
Right.
they rotate characters
And then we're
because
finding
there's a
out,
lot of characters.
and we're finding out about Andre, which, like I said before, that one main part of him saying he doesn't like getting his picture taken. That's all I needed to hear to know that there was something going on. And I reposted the video of when we talked about, does Andre have a double life? And yes, Tony, I noticed that too. He does quote unquote have a type. But that's all the soaps, because when we about to talk about Young and the Restless, and the reason we didn't do the crisscross applesauce is in case you guys wanted to like listen to everything we had to say about Beyond the Gate, Young and the Restless, and Bold. So like when you're on your way to work, you'd be like, well, I don't watch both Beyond the Gates. I don't really care about, you can like, okay, so this point at this mark, you guys know what happened on Beyond the Gates, Young and Bold. And then we're going to tie it all together in a nice little bow. Okay. Yes. All right. So Andre.
And this next portion is brought to you by Randy.
We ain't done yet. We ain't done with the Beyond the Gates part yet.
Got his donuts! Yay!
Wait a minute, but what kind of donuts did you get? Where did it come from, James?
What's the flavor? Look, he done took off.
You know what?
He said, I'm going to eat them damn donuts.
I can't with you. He got it from Randy's Donuts, which is not Randy from Fairmount Crest, but it comes close. So there you go. But no, and that's what I'm going to say, Paris. You just beat me to it. Now that they tied Andre to this, like he has a secret that could really explode, all over the place. So you now have Danny with a secret and Andre with a secret.
Did you think about this? Mm-hmm. You know how you keep saying double life?
Yeah.
Did you think about this? Does that mean that Andre was a criminal? Because how do you date someone like Heather and not know what she's doing? Just like Vanessa knows what
well, that's what I said. It goes so back to the picture.
Is Andre a criminal?
That's what I said. Like it goes back to not having your picture taken. Remember I said that. I said, why? He's a photographer. A photographer does take pictures of themselves to promote their brand. Why would Andre not take his own pictures? And yes, he has a type and also an age. He does like the older women. We're about to find some stuff out about Andre. Shout out to you, Sean, because I was like, uh-huh. And the thing is that to me, I was thinking about that. Whose secret should come out first? Like, let me see. Samantha says, is Andre and Heather's secret like holding an Audra on the... Look, Andre and Heather is way more better.
That's a question I would ask. Is there a dead body involved?
Wait a minute. Now, here's the thing, which is a great segue because we're going to go over to the Young and the Restless. Yes, folks, I'm leading this charge. All right.
We are hopping in a plane. We are hopping in a jet, and we are jetting off.
Okay, Amanda got the jokes. Okay, go ahead. Stand up comedian right there. All righty now. Okay, I'm going to do the positives of Young and the Restless. Okay, I'm going to do the positives.
I'm sorry.
Positive. Joshua Morrow has done a great job as Nick is going through this transition of addiction. That's one.
Agreed.
I'm doing good.
Agreed.
I'm doing good with this. Okay. Hold up. Let me write my stuff down with this note. Hold on. Doing good, Candice. Okay. I like Jade Harlow ever since Passions in the Bay. That's two.
That's number 2.
That's 2. I'm doing good, right? All right. And the third is Suleika Silver, aka Audra, and Courtney Hope both look pretty.
Yay!
I did it! I did it, y'all! Yay! I did it. Okay, now I'm turning the show apart.
Okay, I just want to go on the record and say I'm taking up for Adam. I'm tired of it. Enough. Okay? Since I've been watching this show, Billy has done more horrible, evil, mean, stupid, ridiculous things than Adam has even attempted in the time I've been watching it. So, I don't understand Billy. It's like he's a child. Like I don't understand Billy. I don't get him. I know he did lose a kid, so you're allowed to be a little bit nuts if you lose a kid. I get it. But he's like over the top. Am I wrong?
I forgot something. You gave me a fourth thing for me to be positive about. This
Uh-oh.
week they
Yay.
wrote Chelsea and Adam the right way.
Oh well. They
Yay.
did.
There you go. I did it, y'all. Fourth
Chelsea
thing.
looks
I
pretty.
did good. She really does. Okay. Here's my thing
I
about
loved her
Billy.
hair.
I do like Melissa Claire Egan's hairstyle. I really do. That's the one thing. That girl gives you body yada yada for hair. Like body yada yada. Like her, Lord Wright, and some others give you body yada 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 yada.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find, because I don't want to really waste my energy, my angel energy on the show.
Okay.
And the reason, because here's the thing, I'm going to say this. There's a reason James is not talking about Young and Restless, because, and it's sad. It really is, because I see you guys on social media saying there are certain things that is good on the show versus me and some others who are like nothing. And this week proved it. First and foremost, why do we have to have another standalone episode? Again, folks, I'm sorry. This is so Emmy bait, and I hope Joshua Morrow, you get something out of this next year. I really do, because it's like, again, I feel as though when I joke about it, if you're a Gone Light fan, you remember Wednesdays was Inside the Light. The difference between what I'm seeing on Young and the Restless and versus Gone Light's Inside the Light is that with Gone Light Inside the Light, we got full-fledged story that actually made sense.
Yeah.
Or tied into it, okay? Tie parts. So I'm like, okay, so with Nick's addiction, so because of his addiction, he got Sharon on addiction. He thought Mariah was Cassie. Okay. Then you got Chelsea and Adam actually acting like Chelsea and Adam, the right version. Then on top of that, you just have him completely spawn out how Matt Clark is the reason for all of this. You actually did something that you should have done throughout this whole storyline arc. And then we have Marie, Jane Harlow's character, and I'm going to say it. I saw the chemistry. I'm not mad at it, but I am mad at it. Because I'm like, okay, who does this automatically remind me of already? Nikki and Jack. When Nikki and Jack had their standalone episode, you had two people who had addictions, popping pills, acting like, woo! Like, yeah, we're going to sleep. The only thing is that Jack and Nikki didn't sleep together, but here's Nick and this girl sleeping together. You don't know her. Now, was the talk real about, like, yeah, if you've been to a rehab center and everything, yeah, you go out, you try, you get back in. It's an in out circle. Nikki said that Nick had to figure this all out, versus Victoria, who said no, he needs his family. I'm gonna be honest with you. What I need is for the storyline to be over with.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. I don't, this is so, oh my gosh. His dream, Candice, his dream was like,
again,
reminded me of, like A Christmas Story. What is it called? The one where he dreams and it's the three ghosts.
It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life.
That is, it reminds me of that.
No, what it reminds me is that the writers, okay. I'm going to break it down into sections. To the Sharon and Nick fans out there, hey, how y'all doing? I have said, and I'm going on record, is the show likes to play in y'all faces. They have over 30-year history. I don't know who And I'm saying it like that. I don't know who do not want them together. Because it different writers,
Because
different people,
everyone
different folks.
else wants them together.
I'm gonna say this. I did for one moment, but I don't no more. And I think it's because I'm at a point in my life where I'm glad that they're even speaking together, considering all the stuff that Nick did to Sharon and Sharon has done to Nick.
Right.
I am also confused as to why Sharon does not have other people to talk to, a la Adam, a la this person, that person. I get that you're worried about Nick, but Nick has people. I do not understand Mariah's factor into this. Is that, yeah, Mariah is back and she's already in everybody's business, but what she should be is, yeah, being your mom and your family, and also check on Kyle. That's your best friend. Okay.
You know what? Can I just say one caveat? I'm gonna be very mad if they bring Mariah back and her and Tessa are just go back to like nothing happened.
Amanda, that already happened off screen. They got back together. They had a reuniting. They were reunited. Yeah, it happened off screen. Everything is fine. Everything is great.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. It's not. Like, what? This is so.
I'm going to use
weird.
Cameron Grimes' words. The story was all over the place and made no sense.
And you don't. Okay. You did something bad. All right, whatever. You had a meltdown, you did something bad, but your wife like fell in love with someone else and slept with them. Okay, this must be addressed. They can't just go back to like absolutely nothing happened, because that would be so weird.
They did, and and that's it. The end. Putting the quarter in it.
Oh no, this better come back up.
I mean, if Jamie and Dan wants to do it, fine by me. Because I agree with that. I feel as though it should have happened on screen. I've been very vocal about this. I feel as though
because I know everyone wanted them together. I get it, and everyone was mad and all this, but you've already went a path. Okay, you can't pretend like it didn't happen.
No, my problem is, and then Paris, you brought up a good point. I'm going to bring it up too. Is like, all right, well, real quick with Nick. Yes, here was another bright spot of them talking about Christian. Because I was like, okay, Christian's name was mentioned. Like I kept the whole thing up. I said, all right, so they talked about Lucy, because Lucy is the town's babysitter. So she's back in the GC. We got Christian, right? So I was like, okay, 2 names that could be used later this year for the teen scene. Clock it. But then you have it where it irks me that some of the stuff was done off screen versus on screen. Because then you have this whole Devon thing. So Devon is leaving Winters. He's still going to be like there, but not full time, because he said, he's been mad because he feels as though he hasn't done anything right. He has not, created, he wants to create a legacy for his son. Because when Dominic, Dominic, was kidnapped, it just did something to him.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it changed his whole perspective.
And
he doesn't want to work at his company anymore.
Right. He wants to create his own legacy. He told Nate, "You are now in charge." Nate was like, "Well, Dad, I was, thinking about
Nate
going
was
to medical." Right. He was talking about going back to Mack.
Like, I don't want that. No.
I don't want that either. So Lily's all like, okay, and Candice, But here's the thing. So Devon decided that he's going to create a school. You ready for this? The Neil Winters School of Humanity and Arts.
There you go. That's a long name too.
Can
I
y'all
like the
tell what
name.
I'm about? I like the name, but I hate this. And y'all know I do not say that word because I don't, Here's my problem. I feel as though Neil Winter's name has been used more now than when he was kind of on the show in the last couple of years. This is not a dig at Christophe St. John. Y'all know I miss him. We miss him. We love him.
Yes. I don't understand that decision either.
I get why, like, again, behind the scenes, like, I get it. I think some of us understood that,
Right.
But I just like anytime that there is a situation with Devon or Lily, it's always going back to Neil.
True.
And I'm like, when Devon said he had what, 2 million left or something like that, I'm like, okay, you're still rich.
Right.
I get that you want to create something because you want to focus like your like all your anger, which again, I don't get. I'm like, so you've been angry for what? Because it wasn't just like, I get Mariah was your friend and she kidnapped that made no sense whatsoever.
No.
I just want to point that out.
That was so dumb.
Right. Like, to me, and I say this all the time, if you were just watching the show, if you just tuned in, you would have swore that Devon and Neil was really father and son versus Lily being the up, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I don't get it. And I feel as though, like, yeah, Devon, it's fine if you want to create your own legacy, but
isn't the company part of his legacy?
Right. Like, to me, like, okay, for those who are keeping track of who has what, right? Check this out. Devon and Nick has the clinic, that free clinic that nobody talks about that Nate could be running. One.
Okay.
Two, you have it where
I totally forgot about that.
Right. Devon already has the record label that Anita and them are part of.
Right.
Devon and Lily has the Neil Winters Jazz Club at the GC Athletic Club.
True.
I'm not being smart when I say this. Okay? I'm not being smart. But why is the show all of a sudden obsessed with something for Neil Winters? And I'm saying that, and when I say that, folks, please do not take that the wrong way. I just now listed off the fact that you have something for Neil Winters already established in the GC.
Right.
Why not name it after somebody, like, you already have Newman Media, you got Newman this, you got Newman that. And I feel as though, like, it just sometimes irks me that this is the only thing you guys can go ahead and do. Right. And that's what actually is making me worry about Devon's time. And again, Josh Griffin's stuff ends at the end, might as well say, like, this is the last full month of his material. Thank you, Jesus. And I'm wondering, like, because I'm looking at Abby. Abby's a character that they just don't know what to do.
Mm-mm.
And with Devon, I feel it's the same way with him. And I agree. They do it with everybody. Because when we get into the big part of this, I have a huge issue with what they're about to do with this. And I mean, oh yeah, Winter's publication. I mean, like, it's just, to me, it's very heavy-handed. I'm just like, okay. When he was like saying, I want to make sure that Dominic has something to, and I'm like, Dominic has Chancellor. He has Abby's company. Like,
and he's a new
baby set. He's set. He got the one just like he's set. He's a blend of all of them. So I'm pretty sure his little piggy bank is really heavy right now.
Right?
I just don't understand. And hopefully, like I said, with Nate, okay, you got something with Nate because he's talking about going back to the medical profession. That can go so many different directions.
Right.
But for Devon, I'm just at a loss because I'm like, Okay.
Okay. Well, you know what? They want to give him a storyline. So I guess they're trying to figure out what can we do to give him a storyline. They don't.
But this isn't
I'm glad they're not doing the, oh well, he got drunk and cheated on her or something dumb.
I'm not even
Okay.
gonna rule that out. I'm ruling that more. I'm looking at Abby because the way that they've been kind of like having, like they had Daniel over there, and again, for those who do remember Emmy Rollins' version, they did have a thing. She did something. I'm just like, to me, and again, I'm gonna say this: the writers currently have set so much stuff up to the point where I can see where it pivots. Because I'm looking at Abby, I'm looking at Devon. To me, I'm not going to say they're the afterthought, but they are the afterthought of when certain storylines is up. You know, like again,
Right.
why isn't Abby over there with her families?
Right.
Why is Devon only there for this purpose and not this purpose? You know,
They can't think of a storyline for him, I guess.
Right.
Like, it's so
Because you got
crazy.
Lily over there, and Kane, they're like, hee 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 hee. And he's like, the reason that you got that smile on your face is because of me.
That was equally weird. She went from hating his guts and not speaking to him, and the kids not speaking to him, the twins, to now she gives him a company to run and they're all kissy face. I'm sorry, what? I have whiplash.
I need
What?
more. I need something.
I need help. That's what I need. I need help to watch this.
Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. Amen. Yes. Yes.
It's a good thing the actors and actresses are very good.
Right. Because I feel so bad because I feels like I'm in a holding cell. No, I'm serious because I'm seeing all of this happening and it's like I can't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm. It's like watching a train wreck. Just
it really
and
is.
you can't do anything about it.
No, don't speak about trains because anytime I hear trains, I think about Kane. Like Kane got
choo,
5
choo.
trains.
Oh yeah, the Kane train. Choo choo.
Now we ain't gonna be on no Kane train.
Go on the train.
I ain't riding the train until a new
We're not riding Kane's train. I know that.
I know we're not.
I really don't want Lily on Kane's train, but what are you gonna do?
Love you, Billy Flynn. Love you, Crystal Khalil. But yeah, it's a hard sell. It's been a hard sell for me to like get back onto the lane train. It really has. And then on top of that, like I said, I'm looking at everybody on this canvas because Holden and Claire. Okay, Holden and Claire fans, I need to talk to you for a second. I told y'all this was going to happen too. Yeah, she's away from Kyle. Yay. They're clearly not going to do Holden and Audra, which okay, we're never going to know the secret.
Weird,
right? And to me, they're just there. They're just there. Cute and just there. No purpose. I bet everybody forgets that Holden works for Kane. It's just like
I forgot. Shoot, I forgot.
Right. It's frustrating when you're a viewer of these soaps and you know the history. And it's frustrating when they try to pull a fast one on you.
Oh yeah.
Like we're idiots.
Nothing is more infuriating than that.
Right. Because I'm just going to jump ship right now. The biggest retcon of the retcon, and I don't care what anybody tells me. Yes, we weren't there. Like some of us weren't born in the 70s when the show started, but we know that Catherine Chancellor was a drunk. She was jealous of her husband, Philip Chancellor, who was sleeping with the nail salon stylist herself, Jill Foster. We know that Jill had a baby. That baby turned out to be Philip, who had a child named Chance, who died. Thank you, Young and the Rustlers. And by the way, Trish Cass is returning this week on Young and the Rustlers. Stay tuned for that. But what you're not going to do is tell me, after 40-something years of watching this freaking show, that Billy while he was deep diving, being nosy, he was like, yeah, my mom got something on her. She's hiding something. Something's good here. Something's happening here. And then find out that John Abbott, Philip and Catherine Chancellor, that John Abbott gave Philip Chancellor a loan to save Chancellor's industry. So technically speaking, the Abbott's own Chancellor. I've been watching the show for 40 years.
No. Okay. Okay. So what we're saying here is Billy's trying to say that they can call this loan in and then they can get the company back, right? Okay.
And the thing is that, see, because you said the same thing. If you're a true Young and the Restless fan, you know this is how they're going to play this out. Is that everybody knows that Catherine Chancellor is responsible for bringing Victor Newman to town. They're going to tie this to where Victor has known all this time. And that's been a big, deep secret that all three of those families have shared.
Okay.
I'm pissed with this story, Raccoon. I am so pissed off with this. Because again, yes, could it be possible? Yes. But again, John Abbott, Catherine Chancellor, and Victor Newman has been a part of my life for 30-something years. You would think they would have touched on this story. When, again, the Abbott claw about the Abbotts of who could run the Abbott, company. We all know Ashley can't do it because she's not a biological Abbott.
Well, Abby is. Give the damn thing to Abby. She doesn't
want it. She doesn't want it. Abby wanted to create her own legacy. That's when Emmy Rowland was playing the role. She did not want to. She wanted to work, but she didn't want to be like. That's why Tracy doesn't. That's why when they gave it to Tracy's never had any interest in this. So to me, it's like. To quote Michael Logan from TV Guide, do not play with our intelligence, because this is what is like crazy. We've been watching this show for so long, and when I say, I'm going to talk to the long-time viewers here, okay? If you've been watching Young and the Restless for 35 to 40 years, you know why I'm upset. Because they've never, and we've been through all of the boardroom meetings when Victor came back to take over the company from Jack, Brad, and them. We was there when Victor and them came over to Jabot. We were there when Catherine Chancellor told Neil full speed ahead when it was going public.
True.
We were there when Jack got Jabot back. You're not going to tell us that all this time, John Abbott gave a loan to Philip Chancellor to save Chancellor's Industries. Now, for those who've been watching for at least the 10, 15, all the way down, you probably are going to say, well, it could be possible because we didn't know anything about the before.
Okay.
And I would agree with you on that. But again, just like Bold and the Beautiful, on Bold and the Beautiful, Stephanie Douglas gave the money to Eric Forster to start up that company. Her dad.
Yeah, she got it from her dad.
And the thing is that Catherine Chancellor is the one who told her about it. Stephanie didn't know until Catherine Chancellor told. So you would think around that time period is where they would have said something like this. Yeah. But again, it's all going to make sense, you guys, because again, I just know some of you guys probably didn't know that Catherine Chancellor is the one who brought Victor Newman to town. Therefore, Victor Newman is probably going to be, Jill New and Victor New. This is why I am going to say something that I never thought I would say on the show.
Uh-oh.
I can't wait for the new writers to come in. Because, again, when you alienate fans who've been watching the show for a long time, and I see, again, like I said, I see people saying there's something that they can actually watch and enjoy. Like some of you guys really do like the fact that it's not Jack and Phyllis, it's Jack and Diane. Okay, that's great. That's wonderful. Would be. Outside of that, tell me one good thing about this show.
And you know what? I actually really liked Jack and Phyllis. Like when I first started watching, they were together. They were like hooking up. And then Diane came and ruined it.
I mean, do I believe that Diane and Jack would probably been endgame? I mean, again, you know the history, but again, I just feel as though, like, other than that, what is so like, and Danny and Cricket, you can't mess that up.
What about, we'll play a game really fast. What do you think about Phyllis with, oh my God, I almost said Todd. My bad.
With Matt
Yes.
Kane?
Yes.
Don't care for it. I don't care for it. Because literally they're going based off of the actors' chemistry from another show that carried and rolled over to this. And that's why I said, when I found out Roger Howard was coming on the show, I said they're going to pair him up with Michelle Stafford because they played Nina and Franco on General Hospital and they had amazing chemistry. And if this was another character, if this was any other character than Matt Clark, I would ride for them. But the fact that you have Phyllis with somebody that raped, quote unquote, her best friend, who's responsible for getting her baby daddy hooked on drugs and whatnot, I can't do it. And I know people want to say, well, people accepted Luke Spencer. That was how many years ago? That was different times.
Yeah.
You know, and considering that Phyllis is a rape victim herself, and again, it's like, I just, again, and the writing for Matt Clark is so over the, I don't know. Again, like I said, Roger Howard is a great actor. He can sell me anything. But this, I'm having a huge issue with the way the storyline was done.
Yeah, this is worse. This is worse because you brought him on as a villain, okay? So you brought him on as a bad guy, and now all of a sudden he just changed and he's a different person, and we're all supposed to just be fine with it.
I'm even gonna give you one.
They're killing me.
You brought in Noah Newman
and did nothing
for this, and did nothing exactly. You had Tamara Braun come on to this show and do nothing with her.
Yeah, I forgot she was even on there. I forget she's even on there, if that tells you anything. Until I see her, I'm like, oh yeah.
Anymore. They're not even there anymore. So while Nick is going through all this transition,
right,
you don't even have his kid there.
True.
We still don't know, like Audra, and no, there were so many possibilities. And again, Jamie and Dan might surprise us and bring him back on so we can get there. But the thing is that it's like, okay, Matt Clark, all of a sudden, everybody's friends with him. He's friends with Kane Ashby. He's friends with this person. This man is a rapist who's living on the Newman Ranch.
I know. I was like, well, I'm sorry, what is happening right now?
You got Nikki, and again, you got Nikki. 3 blind mice, 3 blind. I can see.
Yeah.
Oh, we all know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy. I'm happy for her. I didn't want her to be blind, but why? What's the point? It was like a week, 2 weeks tops. Like, what was the point? A week? What was the point of that?
And then to me, it's like, okay. It's just with this show, you guys, it gets very frustrating When you
I
then
can
see
see that.
people talking, when people, what? Let's see.
Veronica says it's interesting that all of a sudden they keep bringing up Christian. They keep putting Christian in stupid storylines.
Well, like I said,
are
they
they
brought
going to
up
cast
Lucy.
him? Maybe they're going to cast him.
Here's the thing, though. You had Lucy's name mentioned, and you had Christian's name mentioned. I feel as though, like, to me, this is how you know a writer's leaving. When certain things start to quote unquote make sense, and then there's some things that don't make sense, and they just destroy it. So that way the other writers have a hard or quote unquote a difficult task to fix the show. And like I said, I'm gonna say it again, Jamie and Dan do have a tough task at hand. It's not gonna happen in a month. It ain't gonna happen in 2 months or 3 months.
It's gonna take a while.
Give it seriously till summer for certain things to turn around. Because they're gonna have to look at this canvas of what do we keep, what do we do, it's like really hard. And the thing is that Paris, I agree. And I said this from jump. Anytime a soap opera does a mental storyline regarding mental health, when it's a psychological thing or like them being blind or anything, they have to take in consideration there is fans out there that's going through the same damn thing. And so they look and hear how their favorite character is adjusting to the new reality. We live through these characters. It is the show's responsibility sometimes to kind of understand that. So for me, unfortunately, the last couple of years of Young and Restless, I can tell you right now, what happened to Sharon, Ashley, and Lily's cancer, and Michael? That's 4 people that had cancer on this show. You have alcoholism. You have drug abuse.
800 kidnappings.
862 kidnappings. You have it where, again, toxic relationships.
15 15 car crashes.
Right. Like, to me, you now have it where this show retcons too much, and it is getting like, it's like literally like, I literally did the math. I was like, this is the last 4 months.
Like, I get that this show is business heavy. Like, I get it. I get that was the premise. Like, that's part of the premise. But you also have to, it can't just be all about business, because I don't give a crap about that really that much. I really don't. It's got to be evenly balanced. Every single story is about a stupid business.
It used to be. Here's the thing, Amanda. This show premise was the family and the lifestyle of this town. It was not just only the company. It was the fact of, like, you saw the families, like you saw the Fosters, you saw, Sniper going to med school and all that stuff. Like, you saw the work of these families, versus what we're seeing now. Yeah, like us who grew up in the 80s. Yes, it was the Brooks and the Fosters, that started it all, like, stuff like that. And then we saw the Newmans and the Abbotts and everything, and it became, Chancellor Industries. Like, we didn't get, like, it was always a balance of family, relationships, friendships, and the drama circling the city. And then you had the 2 major companies. In the last 3 years, it has been very business heavy because everybody has a damn company.
Yeah.
Sharon has like Chelsea Industries.
1,000 companies.
And it's like now we're talking about schools. And I did joke. I said before, the new writers come in, I do not want to hear the Kathleen Chancellor School of Financial and Business to open up. I do not need to hear Newman Media School of Journalism. I do not need to hear, da-da-da-da-da. I just think the show is going to need a much needed reset because, yes, folks, I did not forget the storyline. I'm choosing my words very carefully with how I'm going to say this storyline. Kyle Abbott is trying to be the one.
Speed it up.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we did. Has to be the one to try to take Victor Newman down. In the meantime, Victoria is over there. She's all emotional. Everything is happening this way and that way. And in a brief moment, it looked like they were about to kiss.
I have been dying to ask you about this. Go ahead.
So Jack notices something between them. But of course, it was awkward playoff stuff to the point where it looks like, is Kyle going to use Victoria to kind of take Victor Newman down? Okay, I need to speak on this first. Young and the Restless. Hi, it's me, Candice Mack, Indie Series Award winner, JLJ Media's social darling, allegedly. I've been watching this show for so long that I'm like, no. And when I say I dropped the F-bomb, I dropped the F-bomb. I see what you were doing, and I'm hoping for a twist, because we've done this before. First and foremost, Kyle and Victoria has no chemistry. None.
Okay. That's my exact question. Yeah. I was going to ask you what you thought about them.
If together. They were to go together, that is a huge, again, back in the 90s, we had Nikki, Cole, and Victoria.
Okay.
You're not going to do this with Victoria, because Kyle married her niece, Summer, and dated her daughter, Claire.
Oh my God, I forgot about Claire. You're right.
Not only that, but here's another thing. Right. Kyle Abbott, and there's a reason I always say he's like his father and he's like his Uncle Billy. Because if you have Kyle go with Victoria, that puts him in a very interesting club. The Kyle Abbott, I've been with my girlfriends and their mamas club. Because right. I like to bring something up. I just mentioned that Summer is Victoria's niece, right?
Right.
Who remembers when Kyle Abbott, as courted by Abby, was making out with Phyllis?
Really? Wow.
Girl, it's a true statement, folks. Look it up. Phyllis had fell and everything, and Kyle caught her, and next thing they know, and Abby saw.
Okay. If he's not using Victoria and he really does like her, do you hate them together? Okay.
Yes.
If he's using her, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I already hate Kyle. I'm going to hate him more, and I'm going to go ballistic, because you don't mess with somebody's feelings like that. Like, she didn't do it to you. Her dad did. Okay? Just saying.
Either way, this is dumb.
It is.
This is a dumb. It's like, okay, so we couldn't figure any way out.
How does Wimpy Kyle think he's going to beat Victor when no one else has been able to?
But that's why he said, he said, Jack and Victor is a tale as old as time. Billy tried to take Victor Newman down.
Right.
And failed. So Kyle feels as though he's the one. He's going to be the one. My problem is that why are we doing this again?
I don't know. Because Kyle's spoiled. I don't know.
No, it's just that, I'm going to be honest, Kyle has no purpose. I'm going to be honest, y'all. I'm sorry to say it. And I love Michael. Y'all know that's why I say for him to come over to, Fairmount Crest. Oh, and by the way, somebody did message me and it said, who's the other couple that I think might hook up? So after having a come to Jesus moment, I would not be surprised if Andre, after things gets, discovered and exposed, and Haley hook up.
Ew. Yeah. Gross.
No, yeah. Think about it. Just like thinking about it.
Beautiful. I don't mean it that way. I just mean
Haley's gorgeous, but I can totally
see her attitude makes her nasty.
Right. Okay? But I have this weird feeling that once things are revealed, somehow, some way, those two are going to probably hook up.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about hooking up.
All right. We got to move on.
Yes. Oh, there's only one story you need to talk about. One story on Bold. Come on, Amanda. Do it.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Huh? What?
First story that we're going to talk about is how Sheila's still insane.
Well, that goes with the big story. That goes with the whole, that's the umbrella.
Okay, here's the deal. Let's just get the little stuff out of the way. Katie definitely does not like Melissa. If she says, every time she says Melissa, take a shot, guys, and you will be
Melissa!
drunk. She says that every time she says Miss Melissa, she doesn't like her and she doesn't trust her. And I totally get where Katie's coming from, because I don't trust her either. I think that she is using all of this to her advantage. And I don't understand why everyone keeps saying that she's her best friend. Someone please explain why they keep saying they're best friends. Number one, no, they're not. They never even was best friends.
Electra?
Oh, yeah, Electra and Dylan. I'm like, what? When? They say they're best friends like 800 times. And I'm like, no. What?
Because of the whole Remy thing.
Friends, maybe, but not besties. They're acting like they're besties.
Well, that's what Electra also said too, that they're best friends because of
I know.
everything.
I'm like, what are they talking about?
But that's how they see, because they're just like, okay, she's my best friend. Like, you know how people just say they're best friends without understanding the word besties.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, all of them are on my nerves. Electra's on my nerves. Dylan's on my nerves. I thought it was hilarious that Katie, my favorite was Katie was in the house, right? She's in the beach house. And Dylan didn't knock or anything. She just walked right in. And Katie was like, excuse me? And I was like, I thought that was so funny, because that's how I am. I would be like, excuse me, do you live here? I don't think you live here. Knock. I do like the new bikini bar, though. Okay, that's a plus.
I do too. Yeah, I like that place too.
I'm doing all the little ones, and then we'll go to Morocco. Oh, where are we? Morocco, right?
Morocco, yep.
Okay, I'm doing all the little ones really quick. Ridge and Brooke are all lovey-dovey, gonna get back together, whatever. And then, what is his name? Will.
Will, yeah.
Will is just all over the place, let's be honest. And I don't think he knows what he's doing. And let's see what else. Is there anything else that happened?
Do you want me to go? We got the merch proposal. No, you forgot something before Sheila. I mean, next to Sheila.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me breathe, because I was going to tell you, I was going to do that next.
Breathe again.
You do not. I'm sorry.
Calm down.
You're not even divorced yet. You are not even effing divorced yet.
That ink ain't dry yet.
I know for a fact there's a wait time. Okay. What are you doing? Y'all have been dating for 5 minutes. Get up off your knee. I wanted to punch Deacon so hard it made my stomach hurt. And I kept thinking, I can't wait and see what Candice has to say about this proposal. He really loved Sheila, didn't he? Oh my God, loved her so much.
This is what irks me. Okay. So Deacon, again, the ink ain't dry off of those papers yet, and you're already proposing to this woman. But it's like, okay, so all your hopes and dreams, because again, and I'm going to use what Sean Kanan said on our show, is that this is a woman that Deacon never thought he was going to ever get. Never. At the same time, when Taylor looked and saw what was happening, I was like, if she says yes, I'm going to smack her upside her head. But the fact that she said no, I was like, thank you. Because here's what I think Taylor really thought. Taylor's like, okay, I have somebody that I moved on from Ridge. Like, I'm not obsessed with Ridge as I used to be. So I actually do have another option.
Right.
But what you fail to realize is that Deacon falls hard in love. Like he goes deep in love.
Yeah, he does.
So I was glad for that. But this is my whole thing is that Taylor, you're the reason that Sheila is acting the way she's going to act right now.
Thank
You
you.
and Deacon both. Again, like I said, I'm glad Taylor said no, but to me, damage already done because now Deacon is like, well, what the mess? Like what the mess here? Now you can talk about
First, her daughter hates him or don't want them together. I don't hate is a strong word, but first,
because of Sheila.
her daughter thinks this is a horrible idea. That's one. And then two, she was just heartbroken sickness over Ridge. And now I'm supposed to believe that now she's head over heels. I'm so irritated. It's going too fast.
Like I said, I'm glad that Taylor was able to find somebody, but it's the whole now you're committed. Like the fact that see Taylor, what happened was I don't know if you realize what happened. You became like Brooke in a second. But then again, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something that I'm about to shock some people. This is Taylor's behavior. So for those who was like saying this is so out of character for Taylor, you must don't know Taylor. Because Taylor will go ahead and she'll have a moment of, oh, woe's me. Oh, woe's me. I'm the damsel in distress. Okay. So to prove a point, she goes and does something. Mm-hmm. And again, the fact that her daughter said, if you go with this person, I'm not going to let you see your grandkids. That should have hit you hard, Taylor, but you chose not to. You decided to do something for the first time. You actually did something based off of what you truly feel like.
And I'm happy for her because
I'm happy for her. But
Steffi thinks she can tell everyone what to do.
But at the same time, I kind of wish it was with somebody else because, again, you poked Sheila. You had her husband. Now, Sheila was not perfect, but Deacon and her worked together. Like, it was like, Deacon can't say anything bad about Sheila because Deacon has done some stuff in his past too.
Thank you.
And Sheila's done, well, we know what Sheila's done. So to me, it's like Sheila always wanted two things, to be in love and to be accepted. Yeah. And Deacon did that. Even at her worst, he was there for her. So the fact that Deacon really threw that away for Taylor, knowing the consequences and knowing how unraveled that Sheila's going to be, you decided to propose to Taylor. Okay. All right. Hey, I get it. You want to move into a new house. I get it.
And I get it. You know what? I don't like the way they played it either. They played it as if the way way that he worded things though, it played it like, well, I'm leveling up. Like I never thought I could get somebody at your level.
Like better, right.
I don't like how they did that.
And not only that, but he was mad at Sheila for something that Sheila didn't even control. That was Lee.
Yeah.
About Luna. Sheila was just like, and again, let's go back to it. Sheila always wanted family because her other kids ain't around.
Right.
So it's like, okay. But then you have Sheila. She's like, okay, Deacon is one thing, but y'all know Sheila. She has to focus her energy on something else. And so what is she choosing to focus her energy on? Amanda, what is she doing?
Finn and her grandkids. Oh, Sheila. She's going to get heartbroken, number one. Number two, it's coming across a little obsessive. Okay, that's not helping your case any. And let me just say, okay, just put this in the record, okay? Go ahead and timestamp this and put this in the record. How do you know, Taylor? He was so quick to drop Sheila for you. How do you know he wouldn't be that quick to drop you for, I don't know, Brooke, Katie, Donna? I don't know. There's a million women on this show. Just saying, okay? You're fine with him just dropping Sheila like she didn't even matter to him. Okay? Like, just saying. You've been warned. It's time stamped. I put in the folder. Okay. Do you think Sheila's going to do something crazy? Do you think she's going to snap and do something crazy, or do you think she really has changed? Your honest opinion. I want to know what the chat thinks too. Has Sheila actually changed? Or is Steffi rejecting her again going to just send her over the edge to do something crazy?
It's what Finn's going to do. She could care less about Steffi. Okay, let me just say it like this. Sheila tried to be the best version of herself when she was with Deacon.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody believed her that she tried, that she was trying. Because unfortunately, she has a history. It is what it is. The fact that the person who gave her that confidence screwed her over, it's only one way for her to go. It's something that she's always been comfortable with.
Right.
She looks at Finn as, again, that opportunity that was missed so many times because of outside interference. Because she knows that Finn does, in a way, care about her without saying too much. And like, again, they're connected. That's her son. That's his mother.
Right.
And that there was a little understanding here and whatnot. So I think because of everything that's going on, including when we talk about it, what just happened to Finn, she's going to go off the deep end. But Finn is the one who's going to be the one to have to like either or. And that's like what's going to make Sheila. Right. Yeah.
See, that's the thing about Steffi is she's not going to give in. So Finn does not have a choice. He has to pick one or the other.
And that's not right. And that's not, and I'm going to say this.
Wants to be with Steffi, so that's how he has to choose. Like, he doesn't really have a choice, to be honest.
And he has it. Okay. So, Sin fans, hi, how you doing? Y'all know I ride with y'all, but I have to be honest about the couple, and I've been very honest. Steffi is a controller.
She tells everybody what to do. Everyone.
She tells everybody, but the problem is
should be able to tell everyone what to do.
But the thing is that I got to go back 6 years ago. Well, 5 years ago. 4 years ago. When Finn said he was looking for his biological mom, y'all remember how Steffi was reacting to that? She was like, okay. When it was revealed that it was Sheila, now keep in mind, Finn did not know anything about the history between Sheila and the Forsters. But when he found out about it, now keep in mind, he was so excited to find his biological mother. He was like over the moon. But because of the respect and love he has for Steffi, he made a very difficult decision of not knowing who she is and why she gave him up, or like getting to know his biological side.
Right.
Because he didn't want to upset his family of Steffi and them.
Right.
He made a very selfish decision. However, Steffi, you should have met middle ground with him.
Yes.
That if he wanted to know Sheila, it would have to happen with visitation rights. It would have to happen like somewhere where she's not nearby my kids or nearby a gun or anything else like that. But what's crazy is that you're so quick on Finn. How many times did Sheila help you out, Steffi? Because I'm pretty sure last year I saw you two hugging when Luna shot herself and when Liam shot her. And you got Steffi over there crying and Sheila covered for you. You said nothing on that level.
True.
Only when it's Finn, because you know that he will be like, I'm trying to please my mom and I'm trying to please my wife. But you feel as though he is like, it's really a control issue. Like, do I believe Steffi suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder? Hell yes, I do. And it's never been addressed. Sheila is the cause of it. Sheila is, when that night in the alley, that caused it.
And
the reason that
she's
Taylor,
also
traumatized
by Luna too. So she's like double traumatized. You're right.
But it's more so Sheila, because Sheila has had more of an influence on her family for years. Like, let's be honest, she tried to kill Ridge. She, tried to kill Eric and Stephanie. She shot her mother, to which we believe she was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Steffi and Sheila has a traumatic history. And on the icing of the cake, for those who do not know, Steffi's aunt is Sheila's daughter. You knew that, right, Amanda? Ridge is not a Forster. Yeah, Steffi's aunt is Sheila's daughter.
Okay, got it.
Do you know how?
I'm assuming Massimo must be the dad.
Right.
Okay.
Good job. Now that's the story that should happen, is if they bring back the daughter, and that would really give Steffi a heart attack. But nonetheless, is that Sheila is a reminder of all the things that's happened. But the fact that Finn put his foot down, that's something else that Steffi did not like. I'm sorry, when somebody goes ahead and argues back, but he didn't do it to hurt you. He's just like, look, this is this and this is that and everything like that. Now, what I got offended was when Steffi had her little outburst. Girl, I can't do this anymore.
That's what bothered me, is that she didn't even let him explain. I didn't bring her here. I didn't invite her here. She followed me. And then on top of that, when I told her, you better leave, I thought she left. I swear on my life, I thought she left. And that's why I didn't say anything to begin with. She wouldn't even let him explain. You love him so much and you won't even let him explain. You know Sheila's crazy. You're going to assume that after everything y'all been through and everything y'all talked about, that he would actually bring Sheila there on the plane with him. So, you know what I mean? Like, Steph.
Yeah. So real quick, Lisa Mitchell, you said she did meet middle ground and Sheila repaid her by shooting her. When I say middle ground, I go back last summer. Because again, I'm gonna play this beat.
You know what? You're right. Sheila has saved Steffi and has saved Steffi
and Kelly. Yeah.
Saying.
Not only that, but Steffi, where's this heat at for your mom? Because here's the funny thing: your mom is the reason that Sheila's acting this way.
Correct. And that's why Steffi is also mad at her mom, too.
But she's not as mad as she should be. Like, to me, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she should be more mad at Deacon and Taylor than at Sheila.
And I look at the fact that, okay, Hope and Steffi, y'all are back in the same boat. Hope is like, oh, it's Sheila and my dad. But now it's Taylor and my dad. It's like, okay, Hope. And I guess because, Onaga was probably on vacation and stuff when this all happened. But to me, I need something too from her, because it's like, well, wait a minute, Dad, do you realize what you did? Like, Sheila's going to go crazy again. because your decision.
They won't listen. It's like,
Your decision.
whenever you're all in love and everything,
Yeah.
it sometimes love makes you do stupid things.
Right. And half of me is like, okay, when Steffi was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore, and threw the ring, I'm like Sheila. I'm like, what was that about? Like,
Number one.
Yeah.
Why did you take off your ring?
Right.
You did not even give that man a chance to explain to you what happened.
Oh.
He had nothing to do with her being there.
Exactly.
And this is a pattern Steffi does. She does this often. She gets mad at someone before she even hears the whole thing.
Exactly. And that's a family trait. That's a forced family trait. And real quick, Lisa, I see what you said. You said Sheila saving Steffi and Kelly doesn't erase. And I said that. Steffi has post-traumatic stress disorder.
Mm-hmm.
I've said that. They've never addressed it because, again, there's been time, like you said, Steffi's been saved by Sheila. Nothing has been said about that. So to me, it's like, okay, did Sheila have to do that? No, she didn't. To be honest with you, because of all the heat that Steffi gives me, I probably wouldn't have saved her myself. I'm thinking like Sheila, like if Sheila was in that state of mind.
I don't know that I would have saved her either. Right. To be honest.
But to me, I feel as though like anytime Steffi get to be overwhelming for her to process, instead of sitting down and talking to somebody about it, she goes ahead and she runs off and she does something that she's going to regret, or she does something. Yeah. So the fact is that you went ahead, you took off the ring. Okay, you're talking about, every time you turn around, right? Every time you turn around, Sheila is there. Well, LA is a small town, apparently.
Thank you.
So yeah, you're going to be here and there, everywhere. If you didn't want, and again with Finn, he's in a no-win situation.
No win.
He tried, he tried to explain and you shut him down.
Yes.
He tries to tell Sheila, da-da-da-da. But again, half of him still wants to know her.
No one listens. You know what? The theme of this, no one listens to Finn ever.
Nobody. And look, and the thing is that I feel as though okay, Finn really, you can tell Finn loves Steffi because again,
yeah, he does.
He chose Steffi over getting to know who he really is.
Right.
That says a lot. And that's why I always say Steffi does not know what to do with that. She never does not. And when I say this, Liam Bill fans, don't come at me, but let's be truthful about this. Is that Steffi likes a fight. She likes a fight. She likes that it turns her on. And at the same time, she
likes to be able to tell the guy, because I think that's what she liked about Liam,
dominating.
He does whatever she says.
Right.
She wants you to be exciting, but at the same time, submissive.
She's literally her grandmother. She's literally her grandmother.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. And y'all know I love, and Taylor is a runner too. Look, run as fast as you can. And that's why I say, Steffi should have heat for Taylor. Taylor should, when Taylor finds out about this, I'm curious as to what Taylor is going to tell Steffi. I am so curious because to me, Taylor is the reason for, everybody's a reason for something on this show right now. Right. But I'm going to slide over real quick. I'm going to take, because I'm time. I need to ask you about Daphne and Carter.
Oh yeah, that's where I was going next. Yeah, we're going there next. Is there anything else with Steffi? And
she's a great drunk on a plane.
Yeah, good acting.
Yeah.
Okay. What in the holy bleep are they doing? Please, soap Jesus, please. I do not want Carter with Steffi. That is the worst combination ever. It's like they purposely just want to break his heart. It's like They casted this character only to be heartbroken. Because number one, guess what? Every time Steffi is single and Liam is with Hope, guess who she wants? Liam.
You can't bust my bubble right now.
Again. No, you're gonna break his heart with Daphne. Okay? That's all they do is break his heart. I would quit so hard, dude. I would quit that job so hard. Look, they broke his heart with Daphne.
You don't see it. Amanda, look past all that.
They broke his heart with Daphne because now all of a sudden she doesn't want to be married to him. That's not how it works. Been through this, literally. Oh my God, that's not how you handle it. Okay, number one, okay, that's one heartbroke, right? Number two, if he falls for Steffi when he finds out that it's her fault, that he's heartbroken in the first place, when he finds out she brought Daphne there simply to sabotage his life and hurt him, he's going to be heartbroken again. So would they just bring on someone that actually loves him?
Okay. So while Amanda did that, y'all know I was over here being gleeful, right? The joy in my face is everything. Because Amanda's thinking relationship. I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking one night stand.
Carter doesn't do one night stands.
No, here's the thing though.
Carter doesn't do one night stands. Every time he tries, it ends up being into something like Quinn.
But see, here's the thing. This will have so many stakes because, and I think this to all the fans who've been, because I didn't realize how many people actually wanted Steffi and Carter until I went on social media this past week, and I was like, oh my God, I was like, what? Hi, Carter fans, like, how y'all doing? Here's the thing: Steffi and Carter has been in each other's orbits for over 10 years. But I'm going to quote, our good friend Alan Locker had Scott Clifton and Lawrence St. Victor on this past week for the interview. And Lawrence made a really good point, and he's also said it on the show too, is that nobody looks at Carter the way that they do with a Liam or Thomas or Ridge, or they look at him.
I say that all the time. That's literally what I say. But they've been on this show the same amount of time.
I know, that's what I just said, that he said it on the show too. But that's the truth. He is sort of the okay, I'm here. Here's the guy. I'm just here. Like, here I am. With Daphne, here's the thing about this, because y'all know I was so upset about this. I think that was too rushed.
Was it rushed? Too rushed? That's an understatement, Candice. That is the understatement of the year.
Wait a minute. Think about this. How long in between Carter and Daphne was Carter and Hope? Prove my point. Carter proposed to Hope. Remember that. They were set to be married. And then he decided to put her happiness up front of his when Liam was magically healed. Right?
Heartbreak.
All of a sudden, but he already knew it was going to happen. Soon as they found out that Liam was okay. Again, remember the conversation that Carter and Liam had. And yes, Carter has been very unlucky in love for a very long time.
Good grief.
With Daphne, again, he does not know why Daphne came to town in the first place. He does not know this.
Why couldn't we just get to know Daphne and let them be for a little bit?
The best part.
Yeah, hoe.
Here's the best part.
She a slut, you hoe.
Damn.
She came to town using her golden vagina to help Steffi. That's how she came to town.
Thank you.
That's not for
you. But again, Carter doesn't know that she was brought into sabotage.
That's my point. I don't want him with Steffi. She's going to break his heart.
No, but you're seeing it as a relationship. We're seeing it
Carter doesn't do hookups.
But let me finish what I'm going to say, because this makes this even soapier than anything. And you got to think the Bold and Beautiful treatment with this. With Steffi and Carter, Carter is Ridge's best bromance. Like, this is Ridge's best relationship he's ever had with anybody on the show. One.
Yeah. Fair.
Two, Steffi's always been in the whole, we had the Spencer men and then we had Finn. Finn and her broke up because of him putting his foot down for the first time, and Steffi didn't like that. Steffi already has too much on her plate as it is. Finn, Sheila, Hope for the Future, Forster Creations, Logan, all that on her plate, and her mama, right? Okay. She can't control it. Daphne said something this week that irked the crap out of me to the point where I was like, you know what? This is probably who she is. Because again, Steffi had offered to help her out with the egg. And Daphne said no, she wanted a biological child. Well, she can't have one.
Well, I just found out, okay? Imagine you just found out life-altering information, and the first thing people do is go to you and say, well, you can have my egg. Why don't you adopt? It's very uncomfortable, number one.
I know that.
And it's very personal to ask someone that on top of it.
But see, the thing is, Steffi wanted Daphne because they're best friends.
Oh my God. Now they're BFFs.
But wait a minute, hold up. But Daphne also made a comment a couple of weeks ago, too, when her and Carter was talking about, because we didn't know Carter wanted all of this. All we knew was that he wanted a relationship. We didn't know about the children. We didn't know none of that until
he's always wanted kids.
He always wanted a relation. He wanted a solid relationship
and a family.
Even with
he always says family.
He wanted, right, but he never said. But here's the thing: when it came to family, he never really said kids because he mentioned that with Quinn. Quinn wasn't popping no babies.
I'm going to jump in for a second and say, did we forget about Maya all those years ago?
Right, and that was a total retcon.
Heartbroke. Oh, and guess what? Every time that Hope has Liam, all of a sudden Steffi wants him again. We all know this is history.
But here's the thing about the Carter situation. Let's stick back onto this. Is Daphne has said, while Carter was trying to reach out and kind of connect with her, he said, you need to be around family. And Daphne said, you're not my family.
Oh, right. She did.
That's what pissed me off, is that you have somebody who, one, does not know your original OG story of why you came to town, who fell in love with you, and vice versa. You started to care for him. You both connected, and I get it. You guys wanted something, and unfortunately, curse of the Lord and all that, you're not going to be able to get it.
Oh my God. I just want my Carter to be happy, Candice.
I know that. But here's the thing. I don't want happy characters all the time on soaps.
But he's never been happy since he's been on there ever. Not one.
But that's the thing, is that Carter has always been the character with multiple emotional layers.
So you're saying that he has to be the one that always gets hurt?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that he's the character that you least expect to be in scenarios like this. Because we have a real interesting situation right here. Many people think when I say Steffi and Carter, I want them to be a hookup, like a relationship. That's not what I want. What I want is that I wanted them to cross over and actually interact with each other versus from afar. But now we're in this position where these two people have lost people that they loved under different circumstances. And the fact that they have the alcohol, and by the way, I need to know where security is and HR department at Forster Creations. Y'all got y'all co-CEO and your co-COO drunk at work. Isn't that a violation somewhere? Can we take a look at the handbook? Thank you very much.
Oh, you know what? I think they put Pam in charge of human resources.
Lemon bars. But the thing is that you have Carter, like, Steffi was crying and everything. By the way, Jackie plays a great drunk. The walk alone in those heels. I was like, yes, girl, yes. But she was there, and you see Carter, and he's like, in a way, like, what the hell are you doing here? And they they're talking, like she said she can't. Now, here's where the fans who've been waiting. Do we think they're gonna rebound? Do we think they're gonna hook up? because this is Bold and the Beautiful after all. This is Bold and the Beautiful.
Of course.
Sometimes
they're going to hook up and Carter falls in love fast and then he's going to get heartbroken.
It's not going to happen. Here's what, okay, this is what social media and some of the fans are thinking too. And I kind of agree with this. First and foremost, I'm going to speak on myself. I want them to have sex. I do. I want it to lead to a Who's Your Daddy storyline. I do. And I'm going to tell you,
we already had one of those.
I know and that's the irony of it. Because the thing is that it's going to be Finn's baby. Okay.
And you know what? You know what? Just side note. I love how everyone puts Hope down and Steffi says how horrible Hope is and she can't be with her brother and all that. You do know that Hope has never cheated. Hope has never been with anyone other than Liam, Wyatt, and one other person, a photographer.
Thomas and Oliver.
Okay, Thomas and Oliver. Yeah, that's his name, Oliver. That's it. She hasn't slept with the whole Forrester clan. She hasn't slept with all of the Spencers. And they say how horrible Hope is. And I'm thinking, I'm sorry, Hope never had to wonder who her baby daddy is.
But the thing is that how did Hope get conceived?
How did she what?
How did she get conceived?
That's not her fault.
But that's how they look at Hope.
She didn't ask to be born. That's insane.
They look at Hope. They look at Hope as she's a dirty mistake that happened. They look at Hope as
then what is Ridge?
Fair maiden. Oh, the Finn is Ridge has been every name in the book from day one. Like he showed his hand with Caroline.
Ridge is not even a name Forrester.
Right, but see, before that, the way that he treated Caroline 1
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The first week please go watch the first week. The first 2 weeks and you will hate Ridge for life.
Right, but that's why I said like Ridge is a character that has played both sides of the fences to where now the audience is like, okay, he's always been a hypocrite. All the characters on Bold and the Beautiful are hypocrites. I just want to point that out. All of them. They're not all saints. They're nothing. They're just hypocrites. So the thing is that Steffi can talk a good game about how Hope did this, how Brooke did this. But Steffi, you are on the same level as a Brooke.
So is Taylor too.
Well, Taylor, see, here's the thing, but Taylor doesn't see herself like that.
No, she never does.
We do. And that's the thing about the show is that there's certain characters who have different views of themselves. Now with Steffi, yes, folks, I know what you guys said in the chat room and on social media. If Carter and her sleep together and there's a baby, there's a Who's Your Daddy storyline. Okay, yes, we done this storyline with Amber, Rick, and Usher back in the day. We've done this storyline with when Brooke had to cover up about baby Hope from the press conference.
They did a storyline with Kelly.
Right. I mean, and we joke about it, but But the thing is that Steffi puts herself in these situations that does have consequence, long-lasting, life-alternate consequences. Carter has had this. Keep in mind, this is the same man who kind of almost had the mother and the daughter. Okay, who's been with a Katie, a Quinn, a Hooka Dunga Dunga, right? He's been put in these situations where he has to either be. He has to be he's very low key. He doesn't strike, and when he does strike, it does make a big impact. So here's what Candice thinks is going to happen. Okay, Bold and the Beautiful knows, and I'm sorry, they were trending last week. By the way, Starter was trending. Okay, Bold and the Beautiful likes to play these kind of games with the fans because on Friday I'm like this. Okay, he touched her shoulder. I was like, ooh, they both drunk. Ooh, are they going to go there? And half of me is thinking they're not going to do it. Because
I hope not, because Finn didn't do anything wrong. He doesn't deserve that.
I know, but
she's horrible.
Think about this. When Steffi and Liam had their argument, Steffi went to Bill.
That's right. She also kissed Liam on another trip. Oh, that's right. And Finn don't even know that either.
But what I'm saying is that when things get tough for Steffi gets herself into different situations, and then it's going to have to live with the consequences. The big consequence is if they do sleep together and there's a baby, okay? That's going to fulfill Carter because he has a baby. But again, and it will cause drama through years. Like, okay, she has somebody, da 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 da. I joked and I said this on social media. I said the funny thing would be if Daphne and Finn see each other at the airport and hook up, but it would be like a secret. I think there is going to be something that happens between Steffi and Carter that's going to be a secret. I don't think it's going to result into a pregnancy or anything else like that. I'm just saying, for me, I miss the days where a soap when I think a soap isn't hearing me as a soap fan, and it's like, okay, it's the same old, same old. Yes, I know the same character gets hurt, burned, all that stuff, but I'm just like,
I'm tired of it though.
If they were to
I'm tired of it.
this, what would
I
be
am tired of Carter not getting the respect that he deserves. He deserves the same as everyone else. Number one, he deserves love. Okay. Every single chick has broke his heart. And now we're gonna put him with the worst.
Amanda, I'm gonna ask you this question. You say he doesn't get the respect, right?
No, he does not.
Check this out. You remember he took Forster Creations, right? He took that company, right?
Yeah, and then cried about it and gave it right back to Ridge like a little.
No. So guess what? What should have happened with that?
I would have kept him and Hope together for a while, and I would have had them run the company and just totally destroy everyone. But what do I do?
He wouldn't even been working at Forster anymore. He wouldn't have been working at Forster at all because of what he did.
And
that's the
he
respect.
Could go work for Bill.
No, he couldn't. No, he couldn't have. Think about why.
I'm going to jump in. Hi, everyone. I want you to thank the ladies for the wonderful job they've done over the last 2 weeks. We can't go on forever. I have a show to do.
Thumbs up.
And so the ladies did such a wonderful job. So everybody in chat room, you should be giving some super chats because they talk to you motherfuckers for 2.5 hours about 3 goddamn shows. So throw some money at us. Come on, folks. Do something. $5, $10. I know you guys got some money or something, don't you? Come on, folks. They did a good job. Look at these ladies. They got pretty for you. They got dressed for you. They're in, breasts are out. Come on, folks.
Earrings on and everything.
Earrings on. Shit, they're smiling. Come on, people. Let's do this. Because we're not going to be on next weekend because of several things. One is it's Verticon, but also it's the 10-year anniversary of my brother's death, Mack. So I'll be, and my brother's birthday, JR, is also next week at the same time. So it'll be a rough weekend for us. So we will not be here next Sunday. The following Sunday, we will be here. I'll be in Indiana, but we will be here. There will be a Beyond the Gates. I'm going to talk to them. There will be one for that and a GH for sure. But thank them in the chat room. Say hello. Say thank you, ladies. Thank you, Jason, for saying that. Thank you, George.
Yeah, and visit our socials.
And so now, what are your socials, ladies?
Okay, Amanda, you go first.
Russ 360 and the Bold and the Beautiful podcast. There, I'm on all. That's what it is everywhere.
Candice.
You guys can find me on Twitter at Candy Poo. You can find me on TikTok and Insta at CandyMac82. You can find me here on JLJ Media doing something or another as we wait for the new season of the email to come out.
And Rory Gibson is joining us on the next on GH Spotlights. We're talking about his new marriage. We're going to talk about everything. What?
I didn't tell them who was coming on your show. I told them
right now. That's why I came on.
Well, surprise.
That's why I waited. That's why I waited. I came on now to do that. I watched your show. I know what's going on. So if you're like, I'm not going to watch GH, you're going to want to watch GH. That's why I said it. The ladies love you.
James, before you end, do you want Carter with Steffi? Yes or no?
I don't get you shits. Everybody have a great week. I really don't care. I don't give a fuck. This show is too much. Oh, we're not off yet.